Hi, everyone, and welcome to Huddle in Place with the Nine-Sided Circle, episode 50. It is... I can't believe we're at 50. I can't
We're at
believe
50,
it.
yeah.
Another big milestone for us. Okay, it is May 18th, 2020. I'm one of your hosts. I'm Noor Kyle in Los Angeles.
And I am the other one of your hosts, Mushtaq Ali, in the Bay Area.
And
Also deep in the canyons of the Southwest.
I really love that picture.
I like it too.
Awesome. So, do we have any daily update stuff to talk about?
It's getting weirder out there.
It really is. Yeah, things are a lot less straightforward and simple these days. I mean, not that a pandemic is in itself simple, but I mean, if everyone's doing the same things at the same time, you kind of are all on the same page. But at this point, it's like everybody's running in different directions in a lot of literal, sometimes literal ways. Yeah.
Yep. So, yeah, things are very, very, very strange out there.
Mm-hmm.
Trump is claiming that he's been taking the malaria drug as a prophylaxis against the COVID virus, which seems really, really strange.
Right. I mean, especially after we've heard that it is really not a good idea to use it as a prophylactic. Maybe there are some therapeutic benefits when you use it alongside the zinc in a, dire medical setting, but...
Yep. Yeah, the thing is, anybody who's ever lived in a high malaria area knows about this drug and all of the other ones. It's a quinine derivative, like most of them are, and it does provide prophylaxis against malaria. And it has some interesting side effects, one of which is to make you crazy and delusional. And I'm looking at this and wondering, how will they know?
With someone like him, yeah.
Yeah.
Yep. And he could be just saying it. I mean, he may not actually be taking it. And
yeah, I figure there's a good chance he's lying, or the doctors may just be giving him a placebo and telling him that he's taking.
Right. Yeah. I mean, he's
the kind of person. If I was his doctor, I'd do that shit just to shut him up.
Right. Exactly. Yep. That's another possibility that would make perfect sense. So, I mean, this is the kind of environment the American people are trying to function in these days, and it's not easy. So that's what's going on in, the general...
In the general world these days.
Yeah. But today, our topic of discussion is our stories that we are, each of us as individuals, not us specifically, are stories that we're telling ourselves about the experience we're having of this pandemic. And yeah, Mushtaq, I'd love for you to lead us into that.
All right. Yeah, I was thinking about this today. Everybody has their own mythos, their own, the story of their life. And I was wondering, how does this fit into the story of your life? And thinking about the fact that it's important that it does. Mm-hmm. Because if you want to get out of this thing without too much craziness or without some fairly serious PTSD.
Yeah, because this is a trauma, as we've said many times. Yep.
Yeah, you might want to start thinking about telling the story of this to yourself. You never have to tell it to anybody else.
Right.
But if you can tell the story of your integration through this pandemic and all of the hassles that we've gone through, you will come out of it better off than if you don't.
Right.
That's my humble opinion.
Yeah, I mean, I would say that people who are already out of kind of a natural tendency to see this as kind of an experience for growth and stuff, you may hear them say things like, I'm actually feeling pretty good during this pandemic and everything. And part of that may be because the story they're holding on to in their own minds is one of, let's say, overcoming successfully a serious ordeal, or just like, I'm going to make the most of this even though it's difficult, that kind of thing.
Yep.
So for you, Mushtaq, like, what might a healthy myth of this experience be like? Because it's going to be different for everyone, or really it should be something that you feel reflects what you've been through. But
COVID-19 allows me to be a monk for a while. That's kind of my story.
Yeah.
I get to do my khalwat, my retreat.
Yeah, I think for myself, it hasn't quite taken that form, but it's similar in that I feel like this has been a time of deep lessons and growth and upheaval in terms of stirring things up in order to create more fertile ground for new things. So that's been my mythos around this. And built within that, I think for Mushtaq's story and mine, there are senses of like sacrifices being made, but they're being made for
intentionally.
Yeah, worthy purpose. Yeah. Yeah. So it's not like you're telling yourself, oh my God, everything's great. I have so much to be thankful for. And you're just spiritually bypassing the unpleasant, scary aspects of this experience, right?
Yeah. For me, it's like I am in this wonderful spiritual retreat, and there are rabid zombie tigers stalking around the outside.
Right. So there's a way of
not just tigers, not just rabbit tigers, but zombie rabbit tigers. Yes.
But that's an excellent, symbol.
Yeah.
That allows you to digest the complex stuff that comes up in this experience. The fact that, there's danger beyond your door.
Yep.
Yeah.
And what's some of your story?
For me?
Yeah, for you.
Well, I mean, as I mentioned, like I said, I feel like this is kind of a time of stirring up the old to make room for the new.
Yep.
And with that comes a lot of fear about change and about whether I can handle the things to come. And also about how can I put it? It's like, I feel a lot of discomfort and fear about the virus itself, but it kind of feels like if I can hold tight, if I can just wait out and sit with those feelings of fear and everything, then it's going to be okay. And I have also described it in the past as like trying to cross a rickety bridge, like a rope bridge. And it really terrifies me, but if I just don't look down and I hold on tight, get to the other side, things will be okay. And, we don't really know when this pandemic thing is going to resolve itself. So there is also this sense in my myth of overcoming that I'm building resilience. Because if you can't withstand the experience, I mean, then you don't get through the story. So that's where I'm at.
Yeah. And that's enough. Tell us your story. We will be happy to hear it.
Yeah, and maybe it has more of like a narrative quality to it for you.
Yeah. It probably should have a narrative quality if you can pull that off.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
So
there
that's
you
what we
go.
got. Yeah.
Yeah. So please do reach out, share with us your story, and we would love to dialogue about that.
Yeah. Put up a video, make a comment, do all
That
these.
would be awesome.
Yeah,
Yeah.
do all these things. Yeah, people
So,
can do reply videos. This video is a reply to that video.
mm-hmm, exactly. We would welcome that. That would be exciting.
Yeah. Yeah, nobody's ever replied to us before.
With a video. Yeah.
Or, yeah, barely anything.
Yeah.
We don't get a lot of comments for some reason. Go figure.
Yeah. Well, that's what we got for our 50th video. Pretty big milestone. That means we are 10 episodes away from our goal when we're going to switch. We're still going to continue. It just might take a slightly different shape. We're going to see how that pans out intuitively. And thanks for joining us. Thank you for being here for our 5th video. 50th.
Yeah. Alrighty. See you later.
Yeah, take care. Be healthy.